Hello and welcome to another edition, episode 69 of the Are You Ready Wrestling podcast here on Equal City Radio. This week I'm Luke and I'm going to kick off the podcast by talking about John Cena finally winning the Intercontinental Title.
Hi, I'm Jack. For my segment this week, I will be talking all things Zack Ryder's return.
We will indeed. I'm really
Yes.
looking forward to that. That's probably one of the most anticipated returns for me in a good while in WWE, and it happened. But a little bit, I want to get into that a little bit later. How are you, Jack?
Yes, very good. Thank
Just
you.
us this week again.
Yes.
Just us. Just
Yes,
the
it
two
is.
of us.
It is Curtis's way again.
He is. Hopefully he'll be back with us next week. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
But busy weekend. What have you been up to?
Busy with my helping out my friend this week.
Nice. Been busy here in Newport. As we record this yesterday, we turned the Christmas lights on with the help of Peter Andre.
Yes.
And it was very, very busy in Newport, and it was very, very good. But that's yesterday. Here and now,
Today.
Jack. As I mentioned then in the intro, one of the final things that John Cena is going to do in his illustrious career that spanned 2 decades, spanned all over the world, 17 world titles, multiple-time tag team champion, multiple-time United States champion. The one thing that was laying over him was he never won the Intercontinental title,
Which he has now claimed.
which he has now won, making him a Triple Crown champion. Not Triple Crown, a Grand Slam champion. He is a Grand Slam of a career as well, yes. Monday Night Raw took place in Boston, which is kind of John Cena's hometown, or his home city. The town he's from is just outside of there.
Yeah.
So this was kind of his final homecoming before he retires. Obviously, we know Survivor Series is in San Diego, which is the other side of the country, and then his retirement match is going to be in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
Jack, did you think this was going to happen on the retirement tour? Let's start there.
Well, I think Cena put it best when he said on Raw that Dom had no chance at all because he was invincible at
he
one point.
was.
And I think from then on, I think we all knew he was going to win.
You did, yeah. I mean, before that though, did you on the retirement tour when we sat here at the start of the year? Did you think, we thought he might win the 17th world title? We thought that, could he turn heel? Could they go down that road?
Which they did. Which they did.
Excuse me, that's a sneeze on. You ready? Yeah, we thought, are we going to see him kind of revisit some old feuds with the likes of Randy Orton, with Punk, with, those kind of major names? But the other thing that people would talk about was he going to win the Intercontinental title? And he did.
He did, yes.
Were you surprised they left it this late?
I'm quite surprised he left it this late, yeah, considering he's only got, 20-something dates? Is it dates left, I think?
20-something?
No.
No, he's on Monday Night Raw tomorrow in Madison Square Garden. It's last ever time in New York. Then he's at Survivor Series, and then it's his retirement match.
Yeah, he's only got a handful of dates left.
Yeah.
I was getting confused with something else I've seen on online.
I wish he had 20 dates left, but unfortunately it's just the 4.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bit strange move why they left it so late. I thought this would be a card they sort of would have played early on. Maybe after he won the Undisputed title. And after he lost it.
Okay.
They could have possibly pulled that. But this sort of puts pay to my theory of one Adam Copeland coming back, as it's been reported by Fightful that there was no, they haven't been contacted. There was no push for him to be Cena's final opponent. So it's looking more and more likely over the weeks go by that Sheamus might possibly be his final
Are you
opponent.
changing your pick?
Yes, I am. This is an official change.
Ooh, okay. No changes. No more changes, Jack.
No more. Lock in. Locked.
This is your official
locked in.
answer. Locked in.
Locked in.
I get where you're coming from. I mean, it would have been nice to have Adam Copeland.
Yeah.
You know, out of the people that Cena's faced on his retirement, or if you look at, you know, the start of the year, the Elimination Chamber or whatever, with the Royal Rumble, the heel turn, then he faced Cody Rhodes, which everyone wanted to see. Kind of two generational baby faces. Cena, the face of WWE for the past 20 years. Cody Rhodes is kind of the face now. He calls himself the quarterback, which John Cena was for a long time during his run. He faced Randy Orton again. He faced CM Punk again. He did a little bit with Seth Rollins. There was talk about him going into the War Games match.
There was, yes.
But I think that between Cody, Jay, Punk, Jimmy Uso, and probably is going to be Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
wouldn't surprise me.
It is looking that way. Yes.
I think the War Games match is complete, unless you take out the Vision, take out an injure like a Jimmy Uso or something. I could see that also being a possibility.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Jack, but I don't think Cena works the War Games match itself, which is a shame. It would be nice to see John Cena in a War Games match.
It would have been his first appearance as well in a War Games match.
It would have been. But, yeah, I'm kind of with you, because for the past couple of months, I've said that Gunther will be the one to retire Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Since they announced the tournament, since they showed Gunther the promo video for the tournament, I thought, okay, here we go, it's going to be Gunther. And we know that Gunther's going to return on Monday.
Yeah.
We know that he's going to face Javon Evans, and I think he's just going to absolutely dominate Javon Evans, and we will see a return to form for the Ring General, his first appearance since SummerSlam. So he's been away for 4 months.
Wow.
Because if you think about it, he lost the world title at WrestleMania, he came back and won the world title again against Jey Uso, and then retired Goldberg, and now to the tournament to retire John Cena. Which, I mean, I'd love to see Gunther win it. I would do. And I think it would be really cool to have Cena go out with a new opponent. Because we've had nostalgia all year, like I say, Orton, Punk, people like that. But it would be nice for, even an LA Knight would... Yeah. I think they're teasing LA Knight as well, quite heavily online. I mean... I wouldn't be against an LA Knight versus John Cena, especially with LA Knight's kind of people questioning where LA Knight's going in his career, people questioning his booking, people questioning about not putting the world title on him. For him to go out and retire John Cena, I think would potentially squash some of those critics. I don't know how you feel.
It would put a massive boost on his career. If you went
I mean, it'll be a massive boost on anyone's career if you could say you retired John Cena.
Yeah. Especially if you're talking Gunther's case, because he's already retired Goldberg. That'd be sort of another mark on his resume.
But I think I saw someone on social media say the other day, could you not turn Gunther then into the career ender? You know, you got Randy Orton as the legend killer. Could you not have something similar for... for Gunther?
There is possibility there, because there's quite a few maybe legends he could possibly have a match with, maybe. Like you say, obviously Randy Orton would probably be one if they were to change sort of his gimmick into this career ending wrestler.
Question for you, based on Cena winning the Intercontinental title on Monday. Do you think John Cena will win his last match?
I don't think he will.
Do you think he should?
Yes, I think he should go out on his sword. But if they are, in my opinion, if they are planning Sheamus to be the final opponent, it does make sense to have sort of a passing the torch moment where obviously Cena's become Grand Slam champion because of the IC title, and Sheamus, as we all know, needs that one title to complete it himself. So it would be a nice passing the torch moment for me.
And they've made no secret about that for Sheamus, have they?
Yeah.
That's the only one he needs to win to complete the Grand Slam for himself.
There was sort of a backstage segment after Cena won it, with all the superstars congratulating him, and Sheamus done the same thing, but there was a slight glint in Sheamus's eye.
I think
towards
he touched
the
the
IC
belt,
title.
didn't he?
Yes.
So they are definitely teasing it, but that's
Yes.
probably one of the good things about WWE at the moment, is that they tease lots of things, don't they?
Maybe they might chuck a red herring in there, just to sort of sway people off.
Jey Uso. Sorry, Curtis.
Well, they do like sticking him in tournaments now and again, but I don't think he will get this far. I think he'll win one or two more matches, and I think he'll be eliminated.
Do you not see an LA Knight? Not an LA Knight. Do you see a Gunther Jey Uso final again? Do you think they'll run that match back one more time in 2025?
No, I think that feud is done, in my opinion.
Yeet.
They've pushed it as far as they need to go.
Yeah, I think they have as well. Yeah, John Cena isn't working War Games, but
Nope.
After many weeks of speculation on this podcast, Jack.
Yes, we
finally
know the members.
Oh, we finally have for the men's side. We'll come to the women's side in a second, but for the men's side,
we have.
Shall I get the official latest lineup for War Games in front of me? I think we shall. Let's have a look.
And it sort of messes up my theory of where I said that Cody wouldn't be involved in the War Games match for the longest time on this podcast. I thought he would go against Randy Orton for the world title, but that sort of puts pay to that. But I'm looking forward to seeing what they have planned for this year.
So, currently, are you ready for this?
Yes.
For the men's War Games match, we'll come to the women's in a second. There's a whole other topic of conversation there. On the babyface side,
Yep.
we have CM Punk, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, the Usos, and Cody Rhodes against the heel team of Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, who... There was a lot of speculation around Drew.
Yes, there's been a lot of rumours.
I think Drew said himself, don't believe what you read unless it comes from me myself.
Yeah.
Kayfabe was suspended.
Yeah.
He was suspended last week on SmackDown, which then led people to think, okay, is he off to film something? Cause
that's what I was thinking. He was off to like film something. He was in a role or something. He got written off TV, but he broke his suspension to be part of the team.
Yes. He broke his suspension. I'm sure he'll get fined lots of money. Not really. Yes. Lots and lots of fake money. But, I mean, for weeks we were saying it would be Seth, it would be Jay, it would be Seth Rollins, it would be Bronson Reed, Bron Breakker, Brock Lesnar, and Austin Theory. We know Seth's injured.
I think that's why they swayed towards Logan Paul as the sort of Seth replacement.
Do you now see who do you think the last member will be? Because they teased Brock a couple of weeks ago at WrestlePalooza when he faced John Cena. That's another name when we talk about nostalgia for John Cena this year. He's also faced Brock Lesnar. Highly controversially faced Brock Lesnar earlier this year. Yeah. Yes, they teased it. They kind of said that Paul Heyman was working with Brock Lesnar on behalf of the Vision, and they did a deal. So people were kind of putting two and two together there and thinking that Heyman and Brock would come together for War Games. I mean, Brock Lesnar in War Games would be...
It'd be incredible.
Something else. Who do you see being that last member on the heel side of things?
I think it will be Brock.
Okay.
I think we won't get it announced until the actual match date.
Do you think it'll be a surprise, much like
what Randy was? Was it last year or the year before?
2023, coming up to 2
years. Wow. Oh, yeah.
Which also means it's nearly 2 years since CM Punk returned to WWE.
That's amazing. That's
mad.
Time flies. But I think we see Brock on the actual day as sort of a surprise. Comes out to a reasonably good pop, I want to say, but that's obviously down to the a lot of controversy that he's gone through lately. But he has, when he has been featured, he has had a reasonably good pop from
the live audience.
Yes.
Online, I don't think is as friendly and welcoming.
No,
but that's another topic for another podcast.
It is.
If not Roman Reigns, then who? Because the last time we saw Roman Reigns, he said that he didn't want to see the Usos till Christmas. It's nearly Christmas. I mean, we turned the Christmas lights on yesterday, so the countdown is on.
So we might see him before, maybe a week or so before War Games.
Apologies for that. I think the my War Games lineup it's not agreeing with the computer. If you could hear any background noise, you think we'll see him a week before? You think this will be it now until kind of they won't really announce much more?
Maybe they might tease him like what they've done with Brock.
Or do you think that
possibly
maybe the heel team will? I mean, for the past couple of months, it's been a running joke that Monday Night Raw always ends with a Vision, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed just kind of standing over baby faces.
Yeah.
Do you think they could do that and then Roman Reigns comes out for the save it again?
Well, I think the heel team's going to win.
Do you?
Yeah. Yes. I don't know what circumstances, but I think they will win.
Do you think that someone will pin CM Punk to win? Which then will lead to the title feud going into 2026?
I think now.
A Braun Breaker, maybe?
I was thinking that, yeah. Braun. Or maybe there's a swerve where Reigns turns heel.
Okay. I could see that.
On Punk.
I could see that happening. Women's side of things, Joe Jack. The women's War Games.
The women's War Games match.
Which was announced on Monday as well, on Monday Night Raw. Rhea Ripley came out at the end to make the save for the Io Sky and announced or shouted War Games down the microphone to a very, very large reception from the crowd in Boston. Currently, the babyface side consists of Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, and 2 to be confirmed. Against Nia Jax, Lash Legend, the Kabuki Warriors of Asuka, Kairi Sane, and 1 to be confirmed. It was 4-4 on Monday when it was first announced.
It was
4-4, or we knew the 4 for both sides, all the way up until Friday Night SmackDown, where Charlotte Flair came out to the ring with Alexa Bliss and said that she can do it. She can't team with Rhea Ripley. They've got history. Obviously, they faced each other at WrestleMania 39. And then they had a bit of a long-standing feud there. They faced each other many times in the past, especially a couple of other times at WrestleMania. But is this a work, Jack? Do you think they'll come together? Do you think this is a Charlotte Flair heel turn potentially on the cards? How do you see this going down?
It's very, very strange because you would think she would want to be part of the War Games match, because I don't think she has been in one yet, as far as I'm aware. But yeah,
from storyline wise, though, does this make sense to you?
I think storyline wise, yes, because I think they are slowly planting seeds for a heel turn, which I shockingly think it'll go the other way. I think.
You think Alexa will turn on her?
Alexa will turn on Flair at some point, possibly involving the world title, but that's down the line.
Because last week when Jade Cargill came out for a title celebration,
there was sort of a stare
and she was walking back
between.
Yeah, Charlotte Flair's music hit. She was walking towards the ramp, so they were kind of teasing that there. Mm-hmm. So surely you don't turn her heel now, especially after teasing a match that big, of that magnitude. Or do you, or is this all a swerve and we see a match at Survivor Series between Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair?
I think this is all a swerve. I think we see a match between Jade and Flair, with possibly Alexa costing Flair the title.
Mm. Who do you see as at the moment, the babyfaces need two more people? It could be Charlotte Flair. This could be a play it out and wait to see what happens kind of thing for WWE. But who do you see as the other two on the babyface team?
It's kind of a hard thing. Who is babyface on the roster?
At the moment, it seems to be people from Raw and SmackDown, kind of.
Oh yeah, because it's brand warfare type. I keep forgetting. It's been a long time since we've had a 5-on-5.
Some good wrestling program.
Sort of brand warfare on Survivor Series. So forgive me if I forget when we had that before, which is strange because there is a 5-on-5 match taking place
the night before,
which is strange.
Makes no sense to me.
But anyway, I'm actually not sure. I mean, ironically, I want the babyface side to win here on the women's side. I don't want the heels to win.
Could we see someone like Tiffany Stratton maybe involved? Could this be where we see the return of Liv Morgan?
No, I think that's a rumble.
What is the latest on Liv Morgan, Jack? It's time for a Liv Morgan injury update, courtesy of Jack Cartwright.
Well, as far as I'm aware, she was, the last thing I heard, she had successful rehab. She's back training, and there is a possibility that they want her to return early 2026. I believe that was the last report I seen from a reliable source. I think it was PW Insider. I think we're reporting that. But yeah, I think we see her the Rumble.
Does she win the Rumble?
Yes. She's had a couple of years of coming second, and this is her time. This is
okay.
It is, but I could see her returning at Survivor Series, maybe to possibly help out Rhea Ripley, because they've obviously had history between the two as like friends and a tag team at one point. So I could see that, but I'm more leaning towards a Rumble return for Liv.
Jack, it's time for you. After nearly 25 minutes, it's time for your segment. Talk to me.
It is another return that happened after 5 years out of the ring. Is
on the main roster,
on the main roster anyway. Yes, is one Zack Ryder. He returned as the mystery opponent for LA Knight on the Last Time Is Now tournament, which they received a massive pop, especially from Michael Cole. He was just going a bit fanboy type thing there.
He was,
but he's in incredible shape. He's clearly been keeping up.
Well, since he was released in 2020 during the pandemic, he's reinvented himself and he's made a name for himself.
He has.
I think he's
on top of the. I think towards the indie. I think he was on the indies for a bit.
He's done some incredible work on the indies. He's described himself as the indie gods, as the deathmatch king.
Oh,
you know, so the more extreme side of professional wrestling, Matt Cardona has completely reinvented himself, and in one of the ways is the way he looks. I mean, he's always been in shape as Zack Ryder, but now he just looks a different level.
He was very embracive of the crowd, which I quite enjoyed. He was sort of playing into the fact he hadn't been there on the main roster for 5 years, so he was sort of playing around with the crowd a bit, sort of playing sort of games with LA Knight during the match, which personally I believe is good for sort of LA Knight to get the win over him, especially with such a charismatic character like Zack Ryder usually is.
Yeah.
It's just yet another boost for LA Knight's career. And I'm one of the many few that do want to see him win a world title in the near future.
I'd love to see him win a world title. I think LA Knight's more than earned a world title. I mean, for two and a bit years now, every time LA Knight's music hits, he gets an incredibly loud reaction. No matter where he is in the world, no matter where he is in America, always gets a really loud reaction. And to be able to do that for 6 months is great. You know, look at Jey Uso, that's kind of worn away. But LA Knight's done that for 2 years.
There's only a certain amount of time now where you let someone get away with that amount of sort of cheer and not put the world title on them.
I agree.
They need to ironically start listening to the fans more with stuff like that, but hopefully it does happen.
It will happen. Going back to Zack Ryder, I think we mentioned him a couple of weeks ago when this tournament was kind of first announced as someone that we would like to see, someone that we think could be involved in this tournament, someone that has history with Cena, and now that's come to fruition.
He changed his music up slightly. There was
a new version of his WWE theme.
Yeah,
I was surprised he didn't come out as Matt Cardona. I'm more surprised because he was on NXT a couple of weeks ago as Matt Cardona during the TNA invasion. But I get the TNA invasion kind of angle is that
I think that's like a separate.
That's kind of playing into the whole TNA thing rather than being on the main roster. But he's made no secret he wanted to go back to WWE. He made no secret that that's what he's working towards. I mean, he's had a couple of appearances in AEW during lockdown, and he answered a Cope Open. Oh, was it Cope Open? Adam Copeland had some open challenges for the TNT title last year, and he answered one of them. So he's had appearances everywhere: AEW, TNA, GCW.
He's been busy.
He has been busy. I don't think there's anyone who's been more busier than Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona.
Yeah, I think there was a interview. I think he had backstage. I think that was filmed that he said that he wanted to return to WWE after so long.
Yeah, he made no secret that that's what his aim was. The important thing, though, Jack, and I'd like to get your thoughts on this, is that was a one-time deal just for him to be in the tournament.
Oh, wow.
But he did sign a merchandise deal, so if you want to get your Zack Ryder t-shirts or your Zack Ryder whatever, you can on www.shop.com.
Yes.
Hashtag not sponsored. How do you feel about this being a one-off? Would you like to see Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona again? Do you think that he could save something for maybe the Royal Rumble, or?
I think I would like to see him as Matt Cardona on the main roster. Possibly, as you were saying, the Rumble. They could factor in a program with someone. The likes of LA Knight would be a good choice because of the matching sort of charisma they both have.
Drew McIntyre, maybe? Could work. Because they've both got similar stories, released from WWE.
Yeah.
Worked on the independents to get their name back out there and reinvent themselves, and then they went back to WWE.
I think anyone who got released from WWE probably worked well with Drew.
Got very similar stories, haven't they?
Yes.
But I'm happy that he is there, even if it is a one-off appearance. I think that's one of the more obvious names that could have been a surprise in the tournament. There's also a surprise on Monday Night Raw, Jack. There's two surprises.
I think there is.
I think that this will be WWE's newest sign-in, as confirmed by Fightful and Sean Ross Sapp the other day.
Yes, I've seen that.
The one and only Joe Hendry signed with WWE.
Say his name and he appears.
I mean, is that a surprise to you?
No. No, it's not a surprise. Once again, a brilliant acquisition from WWE. He's another character with such charisma. There's a word I keep going back to.
Is that the word of the week?
Yes, it is. Charisma.
Charisma indeed. So I think the surprise on Monday Night Raw I can't remember who he's facing. He is facing someone, but Solo Sikoa. He's facing Solo Sikoa.
Oh, okay.
I think it'll be Joe Hendry, and I see Joe Hendry winning.
Yes, I see Joe Hendry win as well. I personally, I don't want to see Solo near towards the end of the tournament, because I know he has had history with Cena.
With the bloodline stuff and whatnot.
Previously, but I think he should just move on with focus on the sort of MFT stuff he's got going.
Yeah. I'm just more surprised that we've only got one NXT name in this tournament, considering that they were saying superstars from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and people that don't work there. I thought we would have seen at least one. I know it's a 16-person tournament. I thought we would have seen one, maybe two more. Trick Williams, maybe. Obafemi, I know we returned on NXT at the end of last week's episode, but I thought that we could have seen him. The only name we've got at the moment is Javon Evans, who's facing Gunther.
And that's going to be a...
With all the respect in the world to Javon Evans,
Yes.
I don't think he's going to win that match. I think it'll be a Gunther win. So, I'm surprised that there are not more NXT names, but that could make sense, because on Monday Night Raw, when Triple H and John Cena were both in the ring, John Cena announced that at Saturday night's main event, there will be showcase matches that will feature WWE main roster stars going up against NXT stars. So with that announcement, that kind of makes more sense as to why there's not more NXT names in the tournament.
They're sort of saving it for December.
Because they're doing something there, but on the other hand, I just think they could have, they could have set up a story or two to go into Saturday night's main event where, you have an NXT star, NXT babyface against a heel, and the heel has multiple people ringside, like a Bronson Reed, for example, with a vision, and cost him the match, and cost the babyface the match, and go from there. And what do you think we will see at Saturday Night's main event? Because I know for a long time you wanted the whole show dedicated to Cena, his career, highlights, etc., etc. What do you think?
Well, now we have that information. It's brilliant that WWE are finally sort of more putting the spotlight on NXT talent, because they do some tremendous work down there. And it's no longer been a developmental brand for years now. It's been practically, well, you could argue at the moment second best to Raw at one point.
Is SmackDown that bad?
Well, it was much better on Friday.
It was a really good episode of SmackDown Friday night.
But yeah, I made no secret on this podcast before that I wanted it to be a sort of showcase to practically one of my idols of the business. I got into the business around about 10 years after Cena debuted, and I was lucky enough to see some matches like the likes of when he was Super Cena and he was basically winning every gimmick match imaginable, and he was just so dominant in that one area.
Yeah. But I mean, they were talking about having a pay-per-view premium event dedicated to. I think that would have been better.
Yeah, you could have done quite a few.
You could have done a stadium in Boston. I know you got the NFL at the moment, so you kind of work it around that.
Yeah.
But you do a stadium in Boston, and you do... Yeah, John Cena's in the main event, and it would have sold out. I mean, there were 60,000 people in the queue to get tickets for a Saturday night's main event in Washington. You could have easily done a stadium.
Well, purely on name alone, it's going to sell out anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you wanted to get butts in seats, I mean, there's only a handful of superstars that I say would achieve that, and Cena is up there. Now,
probably Cena, maybe The Rock, maybe one other. Could have
The Undertaker before he retired.
Yeah, maybe.
One.
What? Give me to finish off this week's podcast, Jack. Give me a match that you'd like to see or give me two matches you'd like to see at Saturday night's main event between NXT and main roster stars.
Obafemi
against
Gunther.
Yeah. Yes, that's if
Possibly.
Gunther's not in the...
Yes.
In Jack Harright's ideal booking world, the final would be John Cena versus Sheamus, and then Gunther against Obafemi. And what other match would you like to see? Maybe one on the women's side.
The women's champion. NXT women's champion.
Whose name escapes me, Jack. I could picture her. Fallon Henley. No, not Fallon Henley. Tatum Paxi. That's the one.
Yeah. Versus possibly Chelsea Green.
Okay, I can see that happening. I'd like to see. This is an exhibition match. It's being titled, so I don't think any titles will be on the line in any way, shape, or form. I'd like to see Cody Rhodes against Ricky Saints.
Oh, wow.
Champion versus champion. No belts on the line. Just to see who's better. We know the history between Cody and Ricky from their time in AEW. We know that they're good friends. We know that...
Yeah.
That would be a great... Even though there probably won't be much storyline or build, I think that takes care of itself. And, another match I'd like to potentially see is Stephanie Vaquera against Blake Monroe. I think Blake Monroe joined as Stephanie Vaquera was leaving NXT, so I think that for me is... Or even Blake Monroe against Tiffany Stratton if she's healthy enough to wrestle by Saturday night's main event. What do you think about those two?
They're brilliant picks.
Nothing more to say there.
No.
Nothing more to say. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.
Thank you for you listening at home to another edition of the Are You Ready Wrestling Podcast. We will see you soon.